Hi, we're here at Tailor Barber Co. We're at the W City Center in downtown Chicago, and we're here to give an instructional video on how to shave a face. The first thing we're going to do here today is drape our client properly. Before shaving your client, it's really important to have a good consultation. You need to know if they have any skin issues that you need to be aware of. It'll help you know how to proceed with the shave.
Do you get any irritation when you shave?
In general, no, but around the collar area, because I'm in suits for most of my business day, every once in a while I will have issues that arise from that.
So it's important to properly drape your client. That includes a chair cloth and towels behind the neck and around the neck to keep them clean and dry, free from soap and aftershave. Fold it in a V. That way it gives a nice little area you can tuck into the collar. Light cleansing and exfoliation. This is an important step for several reasons. First being that when you use your hands to move over the client's face, you can check for any moles, skin tags, warts, bumps, and lesions. And you need to know where those things are. It's really important just to have a general idea of any problem areas before you get into the shave. And when he's satisfied with the coverage, he'll place a hot towel over the client's face. This first hot towel will be used primarily to soften the beard and to remove the exfoliant. Leave the hot towel in place until the heat leaves it. When the heat leaves the towel, it's a good time to unwrap him and make sure you use the towel to remove all of the exfoliant from the face. You don't want to have anything gritty left on the skin when you go in to shave. The exfoliant's really great because it will also take any hairs that are stuck under the skin, anything that could be growing into the skin, and pull it out. The next step is pre-shave. In some cases this is oil, in some cases this is a gel, in some cases it can be another kind of shave cream. This is just another part of softening the beard. And the important part is just to make sure you get a nice even coverage. The application will be followed by another hot towel. The first hot towel is really for cleaning the skin, and this one is really specifically for softening the beard. Again, leave the hot towel in place until it begins to cool. Once the heat leaves the towel, you can unwrap your client. And now one of the most important steps of any shave is lathering up their face for the actual shave. You can use your hands or a shave brush, it doesn't matter. The important thing is to get all the little hairs pulled up off the skin and sort of softened up for the shave. Whether you apply it with your hands or with a shave brush, the circular motion is a really great way to get the hairs to stand up off of the skin. Now we're going to have the client turn his head away from the barber. So the barber has the best vantage. And we're going to begin by shaving straight down the cheek. This is generally the easiest area to shave. The hair usually grows straight down. You always want to make sure you're going either at across the grain or with the grain, but never against the grain. You shave down from the ear to the jawline in long, broad strokes. It's important always to apply your tension just above the blade. You can see now that the barber is pulling the skin up past the jawline to shave the neck. To shave the cheek, it's a good idea to come towards the chin in a downward sweeping motion. In the corner of the mouth, things get a little more tense. You have to be a little more careful with the tender skin around the area of the mouth. When shaving the corner of the mouth, pull the mouth tightly away from you and shave in towards the mouth, in towards you. For shaving the neck, the hair most usually grows up towards the ear, and so the barber is shaving again from bottom to top with the grain again of the hair. This area is very sensitive on most clients. This client specifically said that he has some problem area around his collar, and that could mean he has ingrown hairs, and you don't want to exacerbate that situation by going against the grain. So it's very important to pay attention to the way the hair is growing on the neck. The barber is going to go into the cheek on the opposite side. A lot of barbers like to leave the very delicate parts of the face for last, because oftentimes the cream or shave gel will start to dry up, and you'll want to apply another hot towel before proceeding on to the mustache and chin area, because they are delicate and difficult. So you want that hair to be very soft and pliable. Again, spreading the crease to the mouth apart to get the small hairs that grow there. This client's jawline has a lot of hair that grows in towards the chin rather than straight down. So the barber is sort of changing the angle on this jawline. On the other one, he was shaving straight forward towards the chin. And on this side, it's necessary for him to change his angle and go back towards the ear and then down to the neck. The barber has changed angles again. Once again, the hair in the neck grows up towards the jawline, and it's so important to follow the hair, the growth pattern of the hair. If it's growing up, you want to shave up towards the jawline. If it's growing to the side, you'll want to shave in the direction to the side that the hair is growing. Yeah, you'll notice him always feeling the area that he's just shaved to make sure he's gotten every hair and that it's a nice, even shave. So the barber is going to apply another hot towel around the mouth, for the area around the mouth and chin, because it's the client's most sensitive area. It has all of the odd or unusual planes of the face. So the barber has waited to do the mustache and chin area for last, because it is the most delicate and sensitive area. The hair is usually a lot tougher in that area. He's doing one more application of shave cream. He's going to apply one more hot towel to get all of the hairs softened. It'll really help for smooth removal of the hair, just to keep it hydrated, hot, and soft. So after the heat has left the towel, remove it and do one more quick application of the shave cream. The nose area is the most difficult to shave, and it's very important not to be shy, to give the nose a good pinch and lift it up and stretch. Never be afraid to apply tension to this area. It is the only way to get that very delicate area free of hair. There are so many small hairs that are embedded right in the nasal labial fold there, and the tension is the only thing that's really going to make that process work for you. To do just below the nose, there's a small divot below the nose, and that divot can be very difficult. Again, tension. So this barber is working on the chin area now, and the chin area can be pretty simple. It's important to remember that most of the time to shave it to go from the outside in, from the corners of the mouth into the center of the chin. For the most part, hair grows in that direction around that area. Always remembering to apply enough tension and keep your blade inside the area of tension that you're creating for yourself. Find the right angle for you and your blade, the angle that's best to get into, the folds of the client's skin. Now working on up to the lower lip. So many clients have a very deep divot in the chin there. Don't be afraid to spread the divot apart, just to spread the fold out, much like the crease of the mouth, where you just open it up and get into the crease. And from that crease up to the bottom lip is usually the most successful stroke. You can see the barber pulling the chin and the lip apart from each other so that he can get into the small crevice. The barber is shaving the chin. The chin area is really important to go from one side to the other with the curve of the chin just under the fold of the chin. So the fold underneath the bottom lip, between the chin and the bottom lip, you're going to go right along that line from one side to the other. This client has a little bit of a cleft in his chin, and so the barber is pulling the cleft apart just to make sure he gets in that small crease. This can be a difficult area to apply tension because generally the chin is still wet on either side. Your fingers have a tendency to slip as you're trying to apply tension. Once again, following the grain of the hair along the jawline on the underside of the chin. One way to avoid cutting your client on a very sharp or angular chin is to pull the skin very tightly above the jawline. We generally discourage our clients from smiling or laughing during the shaving procedure, as it does make it very difficult for the barber. Anytime during the shave when you feel that the product has gotten sticky or hard, it's not wet anymore, anytime the hair has stiffened back up and it's no longer supple and soft, it's a good time to apply another hot towel. Never be afraid to apply another hot towel in the middle of a shave. After each hot towel, you have to reapply your shaving cream. So the barber is shaving underneath the chin, and this can be a very difficult spot because it's so angular. But in general, you should be able to slide right through it. The Adam's apple can be very tricky. There are a few ways to handle it, depending on how far it protrudes. You can pull the skin to either side of the Adam's apple and shave it on a flat plane so that you don't encounter any trouble. Touch-ups are very easy because the skin is usually free from the product or the shaving cream, and you can apply really good tension. So any really tough areas, if you leave them to the last, when most of the shaving cream or shave oil or shave gel has been removed, you're going to have a lot better luck with those areas at that time because everything else is free of product and you can apply the best tension. After the client is shaved, it's important to apply a cold towel to his face to close down the pores, shut down all the cuticles, and to remove any excess shave cream or lotion. Now, although they're not visible, all shaves cause tiny nicks and cuts in the skin. And it's important to sterilize those tiny nicks and cuts with an aftershave solution. Any aftershave will do, but the astringent properties of the aftershave shouldn't be overlooked unless your client has very sensitive skin. And just gently rub the aftershave over the client's face. And what this does is sanitizes all of the microscopic cuts or scratches. Anytime they might have ingrown hairs that have maybe been opened a little bit by the shave, this will go in and sanitize all those areas. You want to dry the aftershave just a little bit because the last step is to apply a little bit of facial moisturizer. To me, this is the most important step because it's such a luxury for the client. It's a brief facial massage. Just lightly apply the moisturizer and work it in with your hands. The barber is just going to dab a little talcum powder over the client's face. It soothes it. Any areas that may be, leaking or sensitive for some reason can often be kind of shut down by the talcum powder. Fantastic. Get your client up, out of that chair, and on to the next.
Oh, man. That's fantastic.
What did you think?
I loved it. It was great.